the very first thing that we're going to talk about in the business is really how you think. And how you think is so important, because when I joined this business, I didn't know why I would ever do a business like this. I didn't even know a business like this even existed. But, when I saw the presentation, instantaneously, I had new reasons. Like, for the first time, and look, we have people that get in this company for very different reasons. Some people get in because they want to meet new people and they love the social aspect of the business. Some people get in because they want to, expand their skills and they want to take on another stream of income. I got in because I hated this woman named Sally Mae, who I owed money to for my student loans. And when I finally figured out what this is, I said, if there's a chance for me to actually do this business full time, I'm all in. And the night that I was there, they said, if you plug into the training and you listen, take the steps. He's like, I don't know when it will happen for you. I don't know if you're going to do what it takes, but I do know this, that the people that are able to go full time in this business, they just see it different. They have a very strong reason why. My reasons why are my reasons. Your reasons why are your reasons. Maybe it's to augment your income. Maybe it's to have more time with your family, have a plan B. It's so funny because before the pandemic, most households were just coming and going. They weren't even seeing one another. Now people are aware that, wow, there is another person in the house. Maybe I want to be around them. Maybe you decide, you know what? I need to have my financial freedom. It's okay to think big. Like, there's no lawsuit against thinking big. It's okay. Pursue your dreams. Maybe you want to help a church out. Some of you are very involved in ministry work or things that call to you spiritually. Well, maybe you could do that. Some of you have parents that need your support. There are relatives that might be getting a little older. Maybe with everything going on with the economy, you know that they're going to need your help. Whatever that reason is, there are charities. They say charity starts at home. Yeah, but there's also charity outside your house. And so maybe you have a desire to support a charity. Maybe there's a vacations. I know we're not really traveling as much right now as we normally would, but that's a situation that is not a forever situation. Maybe you want to actually go someplace and see this big, beautiful world, and you'll be getting it on tremendous discount in the future, just saying. So whatever your reason why is, it has to be compelling. A weak reason why will create a weak result. A strong reason why creates strong results. So you need to know what is that thing that is burning inside of you, and then you need to have the right mindset. You need to make a decision. Most people that see our business, and they give it a try. They'll even say this out loud. Hey, you know what? This makes sense. I'll give it a try. Let me ask you a question. And I understand the thinking. Like, I understand the mentality behind it. But when was the last time something you tried really worked out? I mean, if you really stop and think, anything that you've ever really succeeded at is something that you've done like you've done it, right? Some of you have master's degrees. Some of you have jobs that you 5-10 years ago would have been hard to imagine you having. Some of you have businesses that 10 years ago you never thought of. Some of you have these incredible things going on, but all those things required you to commit. And your commitment was definitive. Like, I'm applying to that job. I'm applying to that program. I'm starting this business. Whatever those things are, you decided it. And when you decided it, it was a done deal. But you need to understand, just like anything else, it was a learning curve. When people join our business, because it's $199 and $25, so $224 and $25 a month, they think that they've already figured it out, because if the number is so simple to access, it must be like a no-brainer, simple thing to do. Well, it is simple to do, but you need to give yourself time to learn what's simple. I mean, anything that you do for a long enough period of time becomes simple. I mean, some of you are surgeons on here right now, okay? I know for a fact there's surgeons on right now. Yes, surgery right now is simple, but was there a learning curve before it became simple? Well, same thing in our business. You got to expect that it's going to take some time to learn, and you got to be prepared for the emotional roller coaster. The emotional roller coaster is real. I mean, there are going to be some days where you're like shocked. You're shocked that some of you talked about becoming a business partner. Some of you talked about becoming a customer, didn't see it. And it's going to take you through all these things, but here's where the why is so important, because when your why is strong, the emotional roller coaster is much shorter. When your why is weak, your emotional roller coaster is much stronger. So what that means is that you don't want to let your highs get too high, your lows get too low. When you know why you're doing something and where you're going long term, that is the defining factor, and have the right mental attitude. You know, the right mental attitude is doing everything you can to stay positive in spite of everything going on. Doing everything you can to stay positive in spite of everything going on. You know, if you think about it, there's a lot going on in the world right now, and it takes a certain mental toughness to have that mental positivity. Well, guess what? When everything that's going on isn't going on, the people that have the strongest mentalities, the most positive mentalities, are going to have the greatest results long term. Hey, guess what, everyone? In the history of the world, here's what we know. There's always been something going on. I mean, name a time in history where they're like nothing was, I guess, creation. Yeah, nope, in creation, something was going on. There's always something going on. So that never goes away, but you have to have long-term thinking. Long-term thinking is, I'm not doing it, I'm going to give this a try for 30 days. Long-term thinking is, I'm going to do this until I succeed, and never quit. Why would you ever fire yourself from your own company? Don't do that. This is your business. Make the decision, expect the results, and you're going to get yourself to the success that you want to have in this company. But the key in our business is that we are a customer acquisition company. We are a customer acquisition company. We acquire customers. Now, here's what we found. The most effective method of acquiring customers is personal contacts and indirect contacts. So rather than running ads on TV, doing a lot of internet marketing stuff, we found that by having organic marketing, where people simply tell people about our services and people refer other people to the opportunity to tell other people about our services, that's the most effective, efficient way of acquiring customers. And so as we acquire customers, we have this portfolio of services. We have ID Seal, ID theft protection. You know, what's interesting about this service is that most people don't have any form of identity theft protection whatsoever. That's like, imagine having every single car released on the assembly line in the United States, in Canada, anywhere in the world, having no alarm system. And let me tell you what it'd be a great day to be a car thief. Well, if you're a cyber criminal, people with no identity theft protection, you're like, yes, 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 please don't get that, because it's so easy to hack your stuff. Zoom Energy, ranked out as Retail Energy Provider of the Year. Why is that a big deal? It's a big deal. Flash Wireless, partnered on the Verizon Sprint networks. AT&T, think about the portfolio of services we have at AT&T. We have AT&T DirecTV partnership with our company. We have AT&T Wireless in our company. We have AT&T TV service. That's a big deal. They're like, here's our portfolio. Like, that's a big deal. Dish Network. Why do people love Dish Network? All the international programming. Sphere, merchant processing. Imagine when someone goes out and gets a terminal for their small business, whether it's a mobile terminal or whether it's like one of those pads that you put your card in when you're paying at the register, or even online. And imagine that when someone gets those things, every time a customer walks into that business and swipes a debit or credit card, you're able to not only offer the business owner a meet or beat of $250. If we can't meet or beat what they're paying, they get $250 from our company, and you earn a transaction fee every time they swipe the card. You're getting paid. Does that excite you at all? Vivint Smart Home. Vivint is a beast. Vivint is Godzilla in smart home automation. Someone told me I was getting for a Vivint service, and they're like, well, I've had and they give me some name. It was like, Ben's Protection. I was like, hey, bro, Ben ain't coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ben ain't coming. I don't know who Ben is. It was literally a name and security. And I'm like, I don't want my security named after a guy. I want a security system that's robust and does stuff. And if someone tries to come at me or my family, people are coming to come at them. I'm not looking for Ben. All right. So Vivint's a big deal. Frontier, Spectrum, high-speed internet, dominant providers in their marketplace. In the Canadian provinces, Flash Internet, home phone services bundles. Imagine with Flash Wireless in the United States and Flash Internet in Canada and bundle services, when you acquire 5 customers, your bill is free. Imagine getting your cell phone bill for free. Imagine getting your high-speed internet for free. Let me ask you a question. How online are you right now more than ever before? Exactly. TELUS Wireless. Why are we giving these names? Because these are major, major companies, whether it's on the Zoom side, whether it's on the, every partnership that we have has a benefit that's really awesome. So for instance, with Zoom Energy, not only do you have the benefit of getting get 5, get free, which is just, I mean, when you acquire, I apologize, with Zoom Energy, when you acquire your first 12 customers, they're going to take the average of the bill of those 12 customers for the ASIN portion, and they're going to give that to you as a second direct deposit. So you're getting not only the residual on the customers when they pay the bill, which is amazing, but then on top of that, when your first 12 customers, they're going to take the ASIN portion of that bill and give that to you as another direct deposit. Like, is that like exciting to you people? I don't know, because I can't see you, but like somebody's gonna be excited. I'll check the Facebook feed later. Flash wireless, you know, it's so funny. My phone right now says Verizon. It's on the Flash Verizon network. And guess what? Here's what I love. When I use my phone, I use my phone. Here's what I also love. When I use my phone, I get paid. I was talking to somebody, they said, well, I have T-Mobile. We don't have them. So I don't, I'm like, do they pay you? Have they created a T-Mobile We Pay You plan? Because until you have the we're paying you plan, I can't even hear your name. I can't hear your name. I hear the name of Flash Wireless. I hear the name of those are the names I hear. I can't hear the names. What do you say? Can't hear you. When you acquire, activation fees waived, you get Flash Wireless. Here's simple it is. You go online, you check to make sure your phone is available. Your phone has to be paid off. You check on the system to make sure that your phone is compatible. They're going to send you a SIM card. You pop out the SIM card of your existing phone. You put in the new Flash Wireless Verizon or Flash Wireless Sprint SIM card. Now you're on the Flash Wireless network. But when you acquire 5 customers, your bill becomes free. And if any of your 5 customers refer you 5 customers, their bill becomes free. Man, hells, bells, and cottontails. That's a big deal. What does that mean? It means your customers can get free service by referring you customers. I already talked about that. That's a big deal. In Canada, let me tell you something that's crazy. Like when they talked about high-speed internet being free with the bundle, like the ability to get your home phone internet free. I know what I pay. I know what my high-speed internet bill is down in this market. We don't have this in the United States, but man, if I'm up in Canada watching this, if you're a Canadian up in Canada watching this, you better get your internet free. Why would you want to pay for internet? Your internet's probably at least $70 to $80. If you eliminate your internet bill, that's probably almost $1,000 a year you're saving by getting your high-speed internet phone bundle for free. So get rid of that. Acquire 5 customers. Your bill becomes a free. Now, here's what's incredible. You know, ASIN ran a promotion, or is running a promotion from August 7th through the 31st. It's called the Ultimate Protection Plan. Now, why is this big? You know, it's so funny because until you have something, you don't realize the value of it. But let me tell you why this is big. I have ID Seal for identity theft protection. I have what's called the annual plan. I also have Vivint Smart Home. I have both these services. But when I got these services, this is not available to me. When you become a customer, let's say you just do Vivint only. Okay, that's great. They'll pay you a $150 gift card for becoming a customer or for acquiring a customer. I think that's really great. I think that's a phenomenal thing. But if you get Vivint and ID Seal together, ID Seal on the quarterly plan or on the annual plan, they're going to give you a $200 Visa reward card for, listen to this, for signing yourself up for the service that's going to protect your data, protect your family. They're paying you money for becoming a customer, for which then you earn a residual on yourself. I mean, do we need to like pause and just really appreciate what I just said? They're paying you now to get paid residually later. Okay. The other part of that, I think that's major. There's a number to Vivint Smart Home. When you contact Vivint, you want to request whatever the current promotions are. You know, you could also request free activation for installation. Like these are all things you do. There's a number that's available to you. You want to always use the number that is on your ACN online store, not the regular Vivint website number. Always make sure you use the number that's on your ACN online store, which is the number in front of you right now. The Ultimate Protection Plan is major. Vivint has been ranked #1 in the United States, US News World Reports, #1 home security system. So you can get Vivint or Ben's protection, which is like a guy named Ben with a flashlight sitting inside your house. Like, who goes there? I mean, if that's what you want, God bless you. You go for Ben. I want to be able to hit the app and know that like really capable people are protecting my family. Like really, really capable people, really capable people, really capable people capable people. Doorbell cameras, smart locks, 24/7 monitoring. I like being monitored 24/7, not when Ben's awake. Also, 24/7 video recording, garage door, insulate. Like they do all that stuff. It's like a complete system of smart home. And the other part is this thing called CarGuard. I think CarGuard is one of the most non-talked about amazing things, though, where you can have the system integrate into your car and alert you if anything's going on with your car. Oh, your car's been bumped. It's going to alert you. Your car was towed. Am I the only one in North America that's ever had their car towed? I've had a car stolen. You know what I'm saying? Like, this would have been really handy. The alarm was going off. I was listening to the alarm as I was driving off. You know what I'm saying? So, like, these things are very, very big, as well as it's going to maintain information about routine maintenance on your car. It's integrated into the system. ID Seal. When I found out about identity theft protection, I found out about it really in my experience with ACN. When I got ID Seal, I said, I'm going to get it because the company is offering it. But when you don't have an experience on something, you don't know. So I signed for ID Seal. I get the plan. There's plans there. There's a quarterly plan and there's the annual plan. And the benefit of the annual is that you're paying for 10 months, but getting 12 months of coverage. And quarterly is also savings with every 90-day bill. So I get the service. And the very first thing that happens, I'm like, okay, put my social input, my da-da-da-da-da, and I start getting alerts. Something monitored. I'm like, what is that? I go in, I realize email was hacked. This thing, that my identity was used in this state. I'm like, what? This is crazy. Things I had no idea about. And then also on top of that, we put our kids into ID Seal as well, because we found out that kids are amongst the highest for having their data stolen. Because think about it, with children, you don't check their information until they're 18 and applying for a loan or something. So that's a criminal's 18 free years of using your child's social identity, whatever that is. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get it. I'm going to sign up for the family because it just makes sense to get the Platinum Plus where you can include up to 10 children. Well, lo and behold, I find out one day that my son's information is being used in Florida and California at the same time on the same day. You see, these are things you're just not aware of. And I would never have been aware of it until it was a problem. So ID Seal for me is not just like a good idea. Look, it just makes sense. Until we had cars, you did not need car insurance. It was not necessary. Well, now guess what we're in? We're in the cyber age. We are in the cyber age. And since we're in the cyber age, you need cyber age protection. It's crazy to be in the cyber age and say things like, well, that won't happen to me. Okay. If that's what you think, if you think cyber criminals are like, no, we're going to skip you. No, it's not how it works. They steal the data of you. They steal the data of companies. They're stealing the data of pension plans. They stole the data of the website where business owners went to apply for loans. They stole the data of people who applied for unemployment insurance for when COVID hit. If they're willing to steal the data of the government, you don't think they're willing to steal your data because you're special? Also with ID Seal, you want to make sure that your customers get authenticated. What does this mean? After you go through the process of signing up, an email is going to be sent to you. That email is what's called the authentication. We have to prove that you are who you say you are. There's going to be some questions there. Answer those questions. Then we say just dump your wallet, dump your purse, whatever is in there, you want to put in there. Driver's license, passport stuff. When you see the list of things that cyber criminals steal, things you never thought of. I never thought of someone stealing your medical card information, but they have figured it out. And what ID Seal has done is figured out, hey, if they figured out how to do it, we figured out how to protect you from it. The other part of it, AT&T TV. Let me tell you something, we're streaming now more than ever before. And if we're gonna stream, AT&T's system is absolutely crazy. As a matter of fact, when you get AT&T TV, you can literally sign up online, order it, the activation is $19.95, and immediately, you can start streaming even before this little box that's the size of the Bible comes to your home. Now, why is that phenomenal? Because streaming is where it's at. Like, everybody's streaming. And this company has up to 55,000 on-demand titles. Look, if you have the time to watch 55,000 titles, you need ACN more than everybody on the Zoom right now, okay? Like, you need something to do. But as long as you know that's available, it's more that your customers have it available for them. It takes all the best parts of streaming, all the best parts of local programming, all the best parts of why people have cable in the first place, which people are like getting rid of rampantly, and it puts it all together in a platform that is simple to use. The benefits are obvious. It's AT&T. It's a $100 billion company. If they're going to do something, they're going to do it world class. It's incredible, incredible service. Uses Wi-Fi only, need no cords. It's phenomenal. Order portal is super simple. How do I know? My 6-year-old daughter was on my account poking around. That's how I know. So if my 6-year-old daughter could get, well, she's smart anyway. She's a chip off the old block. I'm not the only block. There's 2 blocks, but she's a chip off the old blocks. Okay. If my 6-year-old daughter can figure out how to get in the order portal and like tooling around, was about to like click buttons, I'm telling you, it's simple to do. You have to remember though, when people become a customer, people do things emotionally. People are going to be supportive of you because it's you, not because of the therm usage and the kilowatts. And my greatest challenge with this business in the beginning was coming out of thinking I had in pharmaceutical sales, where you had to know all the details, all the data. I spent 6 weeks in sales training learning about my product, my competitive advantage, the competitor's product, all that stuff. So I come to ACN and I'm thinking I got to do all the same thing. And when I get to Saturday training, they're like, well, ask people for a favor. I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean favor? No. I need all the details. And they're like, James, most people are not technical. When's the last time you really did a deep dive bill analysis? Huh? And if we were motivated by savings, we wouldn't be in America, as an example. Because people just in the United States, there's people in Canada as well on here, people in the United States are not driven by savings. Look at the stuff we buy. We overspend for everything. So if savings is the biggest motivator, I don't think we'd be doing the stuff we're doing. People would rather do business with people that they trust and have a relationship with than some total stranger. And people love supporting causes. When outside the supermarket ones, the Girl Scouts of America had a little table set up. Now inside the supermarket are cookies that I would actually eat. Outside of the supermarket are Girl Scout cookies. I don't eat those. So why did I buy a case of Girl Scout cookies I don't eat? Because it was a cause. That's why. And I never ate them. If people have the correct approach, they will respond totally different. Now, here's what's important, everybody. I'm going to just pause this for a second because I need you to really hear what I'm telling you right now. Because some of you are hearing what I'm saying and you're hearing it, but your natural instinct is to resist it. So I'm literally pausing this training to tell you that what I'm about to show you is exactly how we acquire customers. Now, you can go off and try and do your own thing, and Lord only knows what that's going to end up like, and then you're going to call the person working and say, I tried, it doesn't work. No, it worked. It worked. You just came up with your own business system. I'm going to show you our business system. So pay attention, please. Here's how this works out. So this is what I say, right? We have other scripts. This is something simple, right? Hi, Cynthia, I need your help, right? Because at that point, she knows I need your help, right? I partner with a company that's partnered with Feeding America and Food Banks of Canada. Now, why is it awesome? Because you have to remember that when we acquire a customer, it provides a meal for a child. So when I acquire my cell phone customer, that's a meal. When I acquire a Vivint customer, that's a meal. When I acquire home security, Flash Wireless, that's a meal. Like we acquire a customer, it creates a meal for Food Banks of Canada if it's a Canadian customer, or Feeding America for the United States. So my focus is to let people know that when they become my customer, it's supporting a worthy cause, right? So I partner with the company and I need your help. Feeding America, Food Banks of Canada, whatever is relevant for where you live. When I acquire customers, it triggers meals to children and I need your help. I committed to. Now here's what I figured out. I figured out that when I had a specific number of meals that I wanted to have acquired would be based on a service. So let's say that I wanted to acquire 5 services, because 5 services would be 5 meals. I would say I committed providing 5 meals by, or 10 meals by, or whatever that is. But I had to give them a specific date because it became more relevant. If I said I wanted to acquire 5 meals by December, that's not really a motivator for someone to support. But if I said I want to acquire 5 meals by tomorrow, that's greater motivator support, because here's a specific goal, and here's a specific deadline, right? So hope that makes sense to everybody. Can you do me a huge favor and support my service? It'd mean a lot to me. Like, that is literally all I said. And by saying that to people, they understood what the cause was. They understood why I was asking them to do me the favor. But more importantly, they understood the timeline and the favor all together. And because of that, that's how we acquire customers. Say it again. Hi, Cynthia, I need your help. My company's partnered with Feeding America or Food Banks of Canada, and I need your help. Right? When I acquire customers, it triggers meals to children, and I need your help. I keep stressing that because it's important. I'm committed to providing whatever number of meals, it's your goal, by whatever timeline, it's your goal. So can you do me a huge favor, support my services, please? It means a lot to me. You see, when you ask people to do you a favor, people respond so well to that. And here's the greatest thing. I love that in our company, the charity itself is built into the building of your business. You know, what I love about this company is the progressiveness of the thinking that says, look, we want our people to generate money. That's great. We want our people to give value to customers. That's great. And that's a win for the company. That's a win for the customer. And that's great. But if we could have that also benefit other people that have absolutely nothing to do with the business model whatsoever, that's great. So instead of just donating money, they said, what if we could have the actual company itself, just as a person is succeeding in the company, it's automatically benefiting someone else. So with Feeding America, Food Banks of Canada, and it's called Project Feeding Kids, it's awesome. And if you really stop and think about it, in times like when things are very, very difficult, the ability for you to know that what you're doing just to help other people, just to help yourself, is by default helping other people. Like, that's really awesome. And so I hope that helped you with regards to the services. Hope that helped you with the understanding of customer acquisition. We have amazing partnerships. We have amazing services. And when people see the business model, they're blown away. But part of understanding the business model is not only understanding how we acquire customers, but it's also how are you paid? And how do you build a business? How do you build a company? And I have a gentleman who's going to hop on here who's going to talk exactly about the compensation plan. And not only the compensation plan, but how building the business integrates into the compensation plan. This is a consistent top producer in our company. He's a Circle of Champions member. He's a Regional Vice President Platinum. I've known him for over a decade in this business. His wife just got promoted to Regional Vice President, second position. So they've got a whole lot of amazing, exciting things happening. When you hit the Circle of Champions members, it means you're in the top hand-selected group chosen by the company to represent the company, as well as to be an example of the success that's available.